Hey guys, I'm Sonika. In today's video, I'm gonna compare my Nikon Coolpix B500 not to any DSLR but to my humble smartphone. So let's get started.
Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell icon to get notified whenever I am on YouTube. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Sonika. Welcome to my channel which is all about photography, travel, vlogging, cameras, and I put out new photography tutorials every Wednesday for you guys. So if you want new photography vlogs from me every Wednesday, please consider subscribing. And today I'm gonna compare my Nikon Coolpix P500 to my smartphone camera. And I've made a lot of vlogs where I compare my B500 to my DSLR B5300, and my mobile phone sprang up and said, hey, I have a camera too, and can your B500 match that? So let's see what the competition is. We've got some decent macro in this garden. Let's see if we can find some nice flowers and insects.
Here I have a beautiful flower and a cute little bug on it.
First I'll use my Nikon Coolpix P500. Now I'm gonna use my mobile phone. I have a Moto G3. Its camera is not very high tech, it's quite ordinary camera. I bought it 4 years back guys. It's not that hi-fi camera that we get nowadays in smartphones. It's pretty simple. So let's test it out. Now I'll use the flash of both my camera and mobile. First is obviously the B500. Now I'll turn the Moto G3's flash on. In addition to macro, we also have some chirpy birds here.
First I'll zoom in with my Nikon Coolpix P500 40x optical zoom. Now I'm gonna zoom in with my mobile phone, and I'm not able to go further than this. As I zoom in with my mobile, the scene starts to pixelate. Here my kingfisher is hardly visible at all.
Let's try some panorama too.
For panorama in the B500, I'll switch to the scene mode, go to the menu and select easy panorama. Now I'll turn on panorama on my mobile phone.
My mobile and camera both have an amazing HDR mode. Let's turn it on.
In the B500, I'll turn on HDR by switching to the backlighting mode, then going into the menu and turning on HDR. Same for my mobile phone, turning on HDR.
These are some random compositions with my Nikon Coolpix B500. Now with my mobile phone. Now that we have our images, let's take them into our computer and see what we've really got.
So guys, this is my image clicked with the Nikon Coolpix B500 of a beautiful flower, and I'm really happy with the image quality of the B500 for macro photography. You can see its pollen, the bug, these petals, everything is in good focus and the image looks very cool. And my background is a bit underexposed, so it brings out my flower even more and it gives it depth. Now I come to my mobile phone image. There's not much depth here and my background is quite visible, and the middle part has lost focus. It's not very sharp image, but it's fairly good. It's not bad at all. It's a mobile phone image after all. Here is a bird shot with the B500 of a kingfisher. See the catch light on the eye. It's not very sharp as I clicked it at maximum zoom, but it's good enough. I really like it. Here the bird is not visible at all. My kingfisher is in this bluey area, but it's not visible, of course, in the mobile phone. Bird photography is quite difficult. Only if you have a filter or an external lens, it's possible. I like this morning silhouette shot I clicked with my B500. Nice colors and golden light. And my mobile phone has also given me a very good shot of the nature trail with nice sunlight here down. Gives it a nice depth again. It's good for such travel and landscape shots. My mobile phone does a good job there. Now I'll start editing any of these images. Let me edit the flower image. Go to filter, camera raw filter. Remove chromatic aberration. I do this first. Then I'll press down the Alt key and check the highlights. It's a properly exposed image, guys. I don't think I need to check the highlights here. It's nice. Part of it is in shadows, but I'll not increase it too much because I don't want my background to come into focus. As I add the shadows, my background starts coming into focus. Adjust the whites and blacks again by pressing down the Alt key. Increase the contrast so that my flower stands out even more. My exposure is okay, I guess. I think my flower is well lit. Clarity, increase, vibrance, saturation, only a little bit. Next I come to my curves tab. The curves tab shows me that my image is a bit underexposed. I think that's because my background is underexposed. My flower, according to me, is properly exposed, so I'll just make it a little brighter, not too much. Noise reduction, I click this at 125 ISO, so I don't think I need to reduce noise here. It's quite good. HSL tabs, I'm gonna reduce the greens so that my flower stands out more. Little bit yellow, yes, only a little bit. The rest all colors are fine. Okay, I open it. Now I'm gonna crop my image. Like a nice filled up frame. Image crop. There, it looks cool. Now I go to my mobile phone image. Filter, camera raw filter. First thing, remove chromatic aberration. Then again I'm gonna check the highlights by pressing down the Alt key. I will reduce it. Here also I don't have many highlights. Shadows, whites and blacks. Increase contrast. Increase clarity, vibrance and saturation. Next, curves. Here also I'll just make it a little brighter. I'm not gonna play with it much. Here also I'll reduce the greens a bit. A little bit of yellow. Yes. I'm gonna paint on this flower and reduce the highlights a bit, because I think this is a little too overexposed. Just a little bit. Yeah. Now this looks nice and yellow. The tone I want. There. Now I go to my crop tool again. Select the area I want in the image. Image crop. I'm also gonna add a vignette to this image. I do it in a very silly way. I'll add another layer. Take the brush tool and paint with black on the edges and reduce the opacity. That's how I add a vignette. If you have any other ways of adding a vignette, you can do that, guys. And I'm done with this image.
So guys, I had a lot of fun comparing my V500 to my mobile phone. Now the aim of this video, guys, is to show you that every camera is useful. The smartphone camera or point and shoot camera may not be able to match a heavy DSLR, but they are good enough. The photographer is more important than the gear. So I hope you liked it, and if you did, give me a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below about which photography vlogs you want to see next on my channel. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also turn on the bell icon to be notified whenever I post new videos. Here is my previous photography comparison where I compare my B500 to my DSLR D5300. Please go check it out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more such videos every Wednesday on my channel. Bye.